Coach talked about how you go through walkthrough and then there's a last-minute injury or even an early game injury versus knowing someone's not going to be there tonight, so it's going to be incumbent on us to step up and cover for one or two guys. How much that change?
I think it changes more because it's Nikola, and all of our stuff is kind of centered around him. But that's not, an excuse. Or we've played games recently without him and actually have played pretty well. Tonight we didn't do that. We just didn't have enough tonight. But like I said, that's not an excuse. We got to come out and play better.
You guys had 20 turnovers tonight, 34 points for them off the turnovers. Is that just kind of where the game was lost? It started pretty early for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we gave the ball up. That's what they do well, too. And we knew that going in. We just didn't take care of the ball well enough, and they did a good job converting every time we did. And so we got to be better, in that regard. And they beat us in a lot of different ways today. That wasn't the only one, but that definitely is what, got them their lead.
Things like turnovers and defensive rebounding, have you seen growth from this team from the start of the season until now?
Yeah, I think we're playing, better and better. As the season's gone on, we've done pretty well recently. And like I said, even without Nikola, we've been better. So that's been a good sign. Today wasn't, as good as it has been, but we're getting better and better. And I think starting to find a rhythm. Like I said, today's we lost. I got to pick it up on this next road trip, and I know we will.
Curious about the team growing, but off the court, have you guys kind of grown as a group?
I think that we've always been a pretty close group, and the guys that we've added have done nothing but elevate that too. And having a guy like Russ in your locker room brings the energy up a ton. And Dario's been great and those things. So we've always kind of, even since I've been here my rookie year, whoever's been here, I feel like they only bring in guys that are good, for the locker room. And so we haven't had any problems like that ever. But this team is close, and I think obviously as the season goes on, we're gonna get closer and closer. And we just got a lot of really good dudes, and it's starting to click for us, I think. So got to continue to string wins together, and I think winning, helps that too.
What's it like to play defense against a guy, not one-on-one, but as a team against a guy like Şengün? I'm not saying he's like a joker, but it feels like he kind of do similar things.
Yeah, he has a lot of similar things. He's tough, man. He hits a lot of tough shots. He has that push shot. I think in the first quarter we did an okay job. He does a good job, distributing the ball too. So we did a good job of, confusing him a little bit. He has some good passes. But then he, got in a rhythm and he his back to the basket. We didn't do a very good job of, shrinking and helping DJ. So he's kind of one-on-one a lot. But he's a really good player, and they got a lot of good guys over there.
Can it be frustrating, extra frustrating as a competitor? You lose without Jokic. You come down here, and some of our questions are about how you guys look without him and what this team can do without him. Is there anything? Do you take extra pride in how you guys perform when he's not there?
Well, yeah. Whenever he's out, we obviously all hear the noise. We know how good we are with him, and we know how much he does for us. So we're so used to that. So when he is out, sometimes we don't get to do that very often. But it's good for us. I think that, like I said, recently we've had some games without him and played better. We just got to, continue to do that. And obviously, you don't want to be without him at all, ever. And that's not something we want to get used to. It seems like he's always available. But, in games recently, opposed to, beginning of the year when we were without him, we were horrible, And we've actually been in some games and played better recently without him. So.
You guys are now 8-1 on second out of back-to-backs. That's a crazy stat, just first and foremost. What has allowed you to be super resilient in these moments, and just what maybe changed tonight?
I think that, that's obviously a great record on the second night of back-to-back, but I think that the Western Conference is so close this year. You understand the importance of every game. We were in a stretch, and we still are in that stretch where, 2 losses can, take you from 4 to, 8 or whatever it is. But we're, trying to create a little gap, in that, and try to move up to 3. So I think that may be part of it. Maybe you don't do as well on the front end, and you got to get the back end, the back-to-back. So that could be part of it. But just understand how important each game is for us, and trying to get the highest seed possible. Maybe could be part of that.
See, I know wins matter the most, but do you allow yourself to enjoy the idea that you're kind of collecting these highlight dunks, throughout your career now? Because obviously this is year 3, but as people will look up your highlights over, YouTube or whatever, you're gonna have these.
Yeah, today's was pretty meaningless. I like the ones, where they maybe change momentum and maybe we go on a run or, something like that. I like those a lot more. But, obviously it's pretty cool to, see and, maybe when I look back after my career, those moments will be cool. But like I said, I like the ones that, change momentum and get us back into a game or maybe, change the lead. Those ones are more fun.
Coach Malone all season has encouraged you to keep shooting, whether it's you're making it at like a 50% clip like you did in November or not shooting as well as you did in December. So I guess where are you at in that process of accepting that I've just got to take these shots regardless of recent results?
I just try to play the right way every time. I've never changed that. Never will. I'll never be the guy that forces up threes or tries to shoot bad ones to get my attempts up. That doesn't move me. I don't think that's good for our team. When I'm open, I'm going to shoot it. When I'm not, I'm going to move it. So that's kind of how I've always played. That's who I've always been. And I won't change that. I need to make sure I'm shooting the ones when I'm open, obviously, and not passing them up. I think I did a really good job of that the first couple months, and then, missed some and, maybe passed up a couple that I should have shot, in the last month. So I just got to keep shooting them. I always shot it at a higher clip, just, lower attempts, but just got to keep shooting the ones, playing the right way, and doing the right thing every time down. And that's just who I am. Like I said, I'm not going to go out there and force it when it's not there. We'll take the ones that are open and pass the ones that aren't.